Never seen your face before. Can't say I like it. Listen up, Dogface. There are two rules in Bonetown. Number one, Mayor Eswin's law is absolute. Number two, if you don't like rule number one, then you'd better get your ass out of town. Now go meet the mayor yourself. He likes to know what the kobolds kicking from the wastes, especially with the families running wild. Listen to that. You're fitting in pretty well already. I'll see you around Whitestone, Dogface. Miners. And they used to make a good living too, back when Modus mining had its teeth in Apotyre. When Modus pulled out, the money dried up. Now most of them are criminals. A nasty lot. The Zungars are the worst. The Thievery and the Cynric know Leonis dance as well. Tempesta Liana was first sworn. They called her the Desert Runner, and you do well to learn her ways out here. People call it Bonetown because of the pale rocks jutting up from the sand. And because of the death rate. There's plenty of them. Just ask Kara, or walk a few paces out of Whitestone in any direction. Sometimes they even come into town. A few weeks ago, I caught a bandit trying to slip into the mayor's window. Fool. He's been locked up in a cage ever since. As an example. Yeah?
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear. I won't disappoint. I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the time in the world for embellishment. What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Thievery, a crime in Apotyre in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Edessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me? She is the sun that comes to warm me every morning. We met a short time ago, mere weeks, but true love has no memory of time. Yes, Zungars and Thievery aren't exactly kin. In fact, they're sworn enemies and rivals. Imagine how powerful they'd be if they shared blood instead of spilled it. I knew I liked you, from the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars. Getting the key won't be easy. Bjorn, the head of their mercenaries, carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets. Cynrics, Thievery, Zungars, and Scorias, all bastards. Not half as bad as these guards. They can't catch all of us, and we can't kill all of them. I care not for stale poison. I doubt the Zungars and Thievery even know why they're angry. It's an old hatred, old as the red stone. Hrindi and I want none of it. I've promised to rescue Hrindi from her family's life of corruption. She deserves more than a shack along the snake tail. She deserves Sky Blossom, whispers. I've been in this cage for weeks, but Hrindi will wait. We swore an oath to each other.
Hello. so damned hot.
Stand right there. Let me take a look at you. Filthy, weary, lonely, but special, that's for certain. We don't see folks like you in Whitestone very often. I'm Mayor Eswin Elfhelm, and I'm the closest thing to a friend you've got around here. Some call it war. I call it survival. The Modus mining interest left an empty throne when it abandoned Apotyre, and now everyone wants that power. The people here, the decent, honest, hard-working people of Apotyre, have been through enough. Starvation, humiliation. They needed a leader, one who cares. My goals are simple. To stop the warring in Whitestone, and to rescue it from the brink of extinction. You can help me. What do you say? Partners? I like you. You're not a fool. Want to know what you're getting into? Well, I think big, but I'm smart enough to start small. I need a person who can do both. I want you to acquire something for me. Something that rightfully belongs to me. There's a man named Adath Scoria, patriarch of the most prominent mining family in Apotyre. Months ago, I bought his family mine. It wasn't cheap. Now Adath refuses to surrender the property. In fact, he's gone into hiding and won't meet with me. I need you to acquire what is legally mine. The deed to his claim. Modus Mining stored all the records in its old headquarters east of the village. But the building has long since been overrun. Get that deed, and we're in business. An obstacle in the way of progress. The old man still believes that Apotyre could come back from its decline by force of will. Typical of a miner. Keeps digging away. There are 4 mining families. The Darkvari, the Cynrics, Zungars, and the Scorias. When the gnomes departed, so did the jobs. There was nothing for the miners left behind. Starvation, desperation, well, they change people. Most of the miners in Apotyre kept their sanity, even when they lost everything else. But the others, they turned to banditry. Usual theft, kidnapping, murder. You'd best stick close to Whitestone. You're an easy target. The Cynric boys think this is a game. They're laughing now, but we'll see how they like the taste of their own ruthlessness. They're the second oldest family in Apotyre, and they're headed for a prison, or the graveyard. The Darkvari were hit hardest by Modus's relocation. The young men and women watched the elders and children waste away. Now they're all that's left. Sad story, isn't it? Doesn't excuse their lawlessness. Once the Terrenium ran out, they moved on. Gnomes don't care for the welfare of other races. They're hoping we'll kill each other off, save them the trouble. Terrenium. It's the only reason the gnomes ever graced it here with their presence. Normally they'd find the climate too dry. They like their beards curly. Modus Mining settled Whitestone, built all the mines and relocated the families. Once they'd taken what they came for, they vanished almost overnight. Disgraceful. Liars, thieves, and scum. Let's hope they never take control of Apotyre. It would take quite a bit to convince me the Zungars weren't criminals from the start. It's probably no surprise the worst miners of Apotyre make the best brigands.
What are you looking at? Stranger?
Welcome to the Thirsty Wench. I'm Beragrastar, owner, innkeep, and namesake. We don't get many strangers in Whitestone, at least not since Motus pulled out and the mercenaries dug in. What can I get you? Don't tell anyone, but I've run out of meat to serve the customers. If these louts find out, they're liable to start a riot. Do you have any meat with you? I'll pay you good money for it. Okay, I guess that's better than nothing. I don't care where you get it, as long as it smells like meat when I place it over the fire.
What do you want? Are they giving you a hard time around here too? Whitestone, a boot full of vipers, this place. Can't stand it. And after everything we've done for them down in Sun Camp, you'd think they'd be more appreciative. And starvation's too good for the mayor, I say. You don't look like one of Eswin's ruffians. No, you look different, which is a good thing in this sun-blasted nothing. All right, I'll tell you. Our friend the mayor has something stashed up in his house, something worth a fortune. Can you believe that? There's something of actual value in Whitestone. I've been sent to get it, but I can't seem to find a way in. Until inspiration strikes, I'm waiting here, keeping the ale busy. Silly question. Who doesn't hate the mayor? We travellers had a good thing going here in Whitestone. The people came to us for their needs. We had a relationship. Now Mayor Eswin says trading with travellers is illegal, and as a result the folks of Apotyre won't touch us. I'm surprised they even let me into town without a fight. We're travellers by affiliation, but we specialise in fair exchange of goods and services. Not to say we won't steal, it's just not our stock and trade. You'll find us east of here, past the old Motors Mining Headquarters building, just shy of the seaside cliffs. You should stop by, it's quite a view. I should have said that. Oh well, too late for regrets. He's as corrupt as they come, but I shouldn't be one to speak, not with my associations. Still, it's one thing to say you're a crook, and another to pretend you're not. Bye.
What is it? Can't you see I'm celebrating? That's right. Raise a glass, friend. Let's make a toast to cowards. I've made a choice, you see. After much deliberation and many pints, I've decided to disobey my direct superiors and not perform my duties. To the fires with orders. I'm finished delivering death notices. I've seen the faces of the war dead. I've no desire to look into the eyes of their loved ones. I volunteered to be a messenger, to bring death notices from the War Council to the families of the deceased. I thought it would be welcome respite from the war. It's been its own kind of hell. I got through some of them, but by the time I reached Apotyre, I was done. You would do that. It would keep me from getting discharged, for I'm not going back. Here are the death notices. Take this medicine as well. I have my own right here. Ironic, isn't it? I can face the enemy, but I can't face the families of those who fought beside me. Pathetic. Your energy will not be spent in vain. I will pay you well to do this for me, but the road will be long and fraught with grief. Tell them what you want. Won't change what has happened. Your sons and daughters are gone. No one can soften that blow. I walk the wall of Mel Senshir. Do you know what that's like? The silence breathes. The shadows move. Every night is a lifetime. No drink can drown those memories. What's there to say? The Tuatha just keep growing bolder, and our numbers fewer. Not like the people of Apotyre care. They've got their own problems. Goodbye.
Stranger.
Yes, what is it? We're not supposed to speak with the citizens. Joanne? You mean my wife has died? I knew she sailed for Cluricon, but we got so little news here in Apotyre. I told her the war wouldn't last. I insisted. And as usual, I was wrong. My wife was beautiful. She deserved better. I only wish I could have given it to her. I only wish I could have been there for her in the end. Thank you for telling me. Joanne never wanted children. She said it was too harsh a world for young ones. Said we should use our lives to make a difference. I have to believe she was right. The army rejected me on account of my missing toes. So I came here to make extra coin while Joanne was away. To wait for her. Now it seems I'll wait forever.
Stay out of trouble.
You'd best stay out of my way. You like the what? Hold on a moment. Repeat what you just said so I can laugh appropriately. You'd like the cage key. Oh, that is truly humorous. You think so too, eh? The mayor had me do that, to set an example and keep the families in line. Steg's a good kid. A foolhardy romantic, but good. Listen, if you can get him out of here without being seen, I'll turn my back and pretend this conversation never happened. You got me?
Well done. Now, you've done me this one favor. Let's finish what we've started. Before I can leave this cursed desert, I need several things. First, I need to fetch the item that will finance our new life in Edessa, our nest egg. It is an heirloom that has been in the Darkvari family for generations. Then I need you to find Hrindi and bring her to me at our old meeting place in Snaketail Canyon. Please, you must do this for me. For us. Thank you.
A stranger, not a laborer by your main. An adventurer. Deserter, maybe. Gaze does not suggest you've seen war. What is needed? Can't say I blame them for seeking richer veins. It's rather disappointing that they don't deem it necessary to maintain my offices, however. My time with Mortis mining left me the wiser in terms of potion craft. Most of my spare time is spent experimenting with new reagent combinations. I dare not taste many of these potions on myself. You are welcome to buy some off me if you wish. Goodbye.
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? If you're from the village, you can tell Mayor Eswin that I'm not interested in any other deals he may wish to offer. This discovery belongs to everyone, and it will not be used to further one man's agenda. You mean you're not with that fool Elfhelm? Well, if that be true, then this meeting could be an opportunity for both of us. Tell me, have you ever heard of culminate? Of course you haven't, because, you see, I discovered it. It is a new ore, one that has the potential to be the most valuable resource ever discovered in this region. Think of what would happen if I could prove it was plentiful here. Motus would reopen the mines, jobs would return to Whitestone. Apotyre would live again. I am a man of science. The little progress I ever make is done here, at the workbench.
I need someone swift and resourceful to walk the world for me. Scour Apotyre. Search the deepest mines in every abandoned dig. I am confident there are Culminate deposits to be found. I have faith in you, friend. It is not the only mining concern in Edessa, but it is the only one that matters. Our efficiency is legendary, as is our disregard for human life. I was a scholar from Otis mining interests, one of 6. 4 of the others died from exposure to poisonous fumes. And the last, he took his own life in the snaketail, filled his pockets with terrenium and sunk like a stone. Now it's just Guyan and me, working as we did ages ago in training. It's not a bad life, although the rat meat leaves one wanting. My closest confidant, one who enjoys investigating the world's darker mysteries. He's downstairs. I let him start a laboratory there after they ejected him from Edessa. Goodbye.
Well done. I was worried the Zungar boys might give you a bit of trouble. I was right about you. I have an eye for promise, you know. Prospecting, as the locals would call it. I've noticed your weapons. I assume you know how to use them? It's a pity, but the only way to clean up Whitestone will be to get them dirty. We've received news that Adath Scoria might be hiding out with the Cynric family in their old terrenium quarry. Get down there and take a look. See what you can see. It's the processing facility for all ore leaving Apotyre. The gnomes built it soon after they completed their headquarters. The Cynric family has run it ever since. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the old main city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. Certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night.
you? What are you doing all the way down here? You'd think the Cynrics would be enough to keep anyone away. An agent of that snake Eswin, no doubt. You're not the first one he sent to scare me from my mine. I'll tell you what I've told the rest. That claim is Scoria property. You can kill me, but it won't matter. Politicians come and go, they follow the money. But a man protecting his land will never leave it. You tell him that. If you wish to do the right thing, and there is a right thing, meet me later. I'll be staying with allies in Whitestone. It's the last place Eswin would look. Together you and I can save Apotyre. We have no leaders here. We are a family. I speak for the miners of Scoria only because I'm tired of the treatment and I care not if I live or die. To the fires with the Darkvari, the Cynrics, and the Zungars. They chose their paths as we did Scoria's. There is still such a thing as pride, as dignity. I was born and raised in these shafts and tunnels. The gnomes gave my people hope, only to turn their backs on us in our time of greatest need. Yes, I know what you're thinking. What am I doing here? You should try living in a village where the mayor wants you dead. The miners of Apotyre know Cynric quarry well. It's a second home to most of us, where we once extracted Tyrenium and exported it to Edessa. While I don't agree with what the Cynrics are doing to survive, I do respect their refusal to back down. What has that snake told you? That I sold him Scoria mine? I would never do such a thing. Just because he lives in the mayor's house doesn't mean he's a man of honor. Came here 6 months ago saying he was going to revitalize Whitestone. Ever since, my people have been captured or killed by his marauding hired swords. I remember when my uncles brought me to see it for the first time. Not long after the gnomes hired Papa Kester to be the first of our foremen. I found it beautiful. We have mined it for decades. No new mayor is going to take from us what has been earned through sweat and heartache. Before the recent ordeal, Whitestone was more than a village. It was a community. We cared for one another. We worked through our challenges together. I'm in hiding from Eswin's hired swords, men and women like you. But I can see that you're a reasonable person. Do the right thing. Come see me again.
Well, you wouldn't return unless you had something to tell me, am I right? Oh, Adath laid it out for you, did he? Should have expected that. Well, let me put it this way. The days of the family mines are over. A new order has come to Apotyre. The Darkvari, Cynrics, and the Zungars. I will deal with them in time. But the Scorias, they are different. They have the people's respect. And that is powerful. Listen to me carefully. If you walk away from this, from me, you will no longer be welcome in Whitestone. So tell me, Fred, are we still partners? Do you have any choice? You just wait. Without me, without Whitestone, Apotyre will continue to dry up like the husk it's become. But we can stop it. We organize all the claims under single ownership, mine, and work with the gnomes to get the ore flowing again. Prosperity will return, and with it, the people. I had a feeling you'd stick around. Tough times call for tough choices. You've got the guts to do what needs to be done. Here's what I want. The deed to Scoria Mine gives me ownership of all ore discovered inside its many shafts. The gnomes say it's run dry, but I don't believe it. Adath was hiding the truth. That vein is still active, and I need proof. Get inside Scoria and obtain a sample. It's not as easy as it sounds. You'll know what I mean when you get there. My home. A lifetime ago, it seems. The port was nice. The smell of fish near the harbor was offensive. You'd have a hard time finding anything that resembles Myria here in Detir.
I'm reluctant to ask who you are. You see, we've had many visitors lately, and every one of them has meant us harm. I am Thelgud Scoria, and this is my mine. This mine is Scoria-owned and operated, and I'm not about to let some scraggly pit pony go out saying it. Besides, we've had to shut down operations on account of the beasties, not the ones outside. These are new. A few days ago in the stope, we struck something. What came out of that hole was nothing like I'd seen. Killed most of my men. Now we can't go down there. And neither can you. So turn around and start walking. The mayor of Whitestone is getting predictable. He's tried the mysterious stranger trick before. It didn't work then either. What do you want now? I've got an empty mine shaft to protect. That's more like it. Family is important, but a man has to feed his family. I'm sure Adath would understand. If he doesn't, well, he'll have to wise up.
is done. Now I have the ore sample and the deed to Scoria Mine. The gears are in motion. It's only a matter of time till all of Apotyre falls under my control. One task remains, a task that I have put off for too long. I must kill Adath Scoria. There is only enough room on a throne for one king. Make it quick, make it painless. He of all people deserves as much. I should ask you that question, friend. You were the last person to see him, not me.
Careful out there.
Hello.
Enough with the games. What does Eswin want with me? Curse you!
One day I may regret Adath's death, but not this day. This is the first day in the future of Apotyre. Thanks to you, there will be order again. Prosperity. Yes, not everyone could survive to see this day. But sacrifices needed to be made. They always do. Please, take this gold and this sword. It will protect you on your journey, wherever it may take you. You will always be welcome in Whitestone.
Teach this one a lesson. Ready now.
These are dark barley lands. This land is ours.
Hello. You don't know me, but I've been following you. My name's Hrindi. That parchment you carry, it belongs to me, as Steg always meant it to be a wedding gift. Now, if you please, hand it over. What about him? I've met hundreds of men more to my liking. Only, those men didn't have what Steg possesses, the Darkvari map. Once I learned Steg had it, I knew I had to act. I was willing to do anything, even marry the idiot. That's right. The fabled treasure map of the Darkvari family. With it, I can build a new life, shed my Zungar name, and start all over again. You heard it right. There's no love lost between the families of Darkvari and Zungar. But show me a close family in Apotyre, and I'll show you a gnome with a conscience. If you believe that, then you're as thick as he is. You cannot begin to imagine what I've had to endure to reach this point. Wooing that fool, making false promises. I would die for that parchment, and I will kill for it.
You haven't laid eyes on Hrindi, have you? She is bright, graceful, like an oasis on a summer's day. I was sure she would be here. She said the stars themselves wouldn't wait as long as she would. What do you mean she's gone? Was her fear too great? Did she choose to stay behind? I had a feeling this would happen. In the end, I couldn't make her happy. That is a lie. You didn't know her as I did. You are a stranger in Apotyre. You can keep the parchment. It is a map drafted by my grandfather. It reveals the locations of all Darkvari hordes in Apotyre. I don't want it. Not anymore. What good is wealth if the one you meant to share it with is gone? What good is anything?
This is gonna hurt.
Far from Whitestone, aren't you? For the Zungar! Surrender!
Hello there. Normally I'd be seeking help with some of our mercenary contracts, but it looks like you've collected all of them already. I'll leave you to your work then. It's sad. I think Cynric once had a heart for me, until I lopped off 2 of his fingers. You did the right thing. Here's your pay. Not bad. The Dark Bari aren't icy killers like the Zungar, but they can handle their own, as can you. Here's your pay. Impressive. You know how to get the job done. We could use more like you. Of course, with the Zungars gone, our fight may soon be over. Here's your pay. So long.
Careful out there.
Hey there, how can I help? I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really helped me out. Come back anytime, and I'll buy more meat off of you.
My calculations were correct. A vein of culminate runs beneath us, and there's no telling how far it stretches. Do you know what you've done? You've rescued Apotyre. Take this gold. It's nothing compared to the reward that's coming. A rebirth of a region. Motis mining interests will learn not to disregard Ruinimus. I will carry the shame of what happened here to my grave. I will speak no more of it. My every breath is given to rectifying the mistakes that were made.